Welcome back.
Wait, I'm chewing.
It is episode 106 of the Until Next Week podcast. I missed the beat drop. Are you done chewing?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm having a Twix.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All of my resolutions are world domination.
Have you failed any of them yet? It is January 6th.
Whoa.
Oh, if you're listening today, it is.
Happy holidays.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, the holidays continue. Christmas, New Year's, January 6th.
Oh, man. What a time to be alive. But it is, again, season 3 of the pod, episode 2 of season 3, episode 106 overall. You don't care about any of this. Let's just get into the episode.
Happy Insurrection Day. Samuel told me to say that.
I said, don't say this. And he did it anyway. That's all I got to say.
We just have a miscommunication there.
I think it was pretty clear. I think I was like, hey, don't bring up this. I don't think it's really the ideal topic, after New Year's, but you do whatever.
When you say don't bring it up, that makes me think you want me to bring it up.
Yeah, it's again, miscommunication. You think we would figure that out after 105 episodes when we're on episode 106. But I guess this is the only time we ever communicate with one another.
Not true. Sometimes we text about other stuff.
Yeah, like, when are you going to be here today? And you're like, I will be there when I'll be there. I'm going to get Mountain Dew at Come and Go.
I did. And I got gas and a Twix.
Yeah. You didn't mention all the other. I was like, hey, the Mountain Dew is fine, but the Twix is just what it grinded my gears. But we're not getting into that yet.
Not yet.
We're not getting into that yet because this is the New Year's episode.
Ooh.
That's all we got to say, really.
New Year, new me, new Barbie.
Is there a new Barbie?
No.
Okay. Well, anyways, we are on the road to 105-star reviews on Apple and Spotify. Just leave them. Do it. I know you want to. You just haven't done it yet. So leave those 5-star reviews, subscribe, listen, tell your friends, do all that fun stuff, and we'll be eternally grateful.
How come you never bring me Chick-fil-A to start the podcast?
The reason I got Chick-fil-A today was because I had a free coupon for chicken minis that expired today. And I was like, I don't want that to go to waste, even though chicken minis are overrated, as per one of our episodes about a year ago.
True.
So I did pick up the chicken minis, but when I got in the drive-thru at like 10:22, breakfast ends at 10:30, I started getting a little hungry. Well, and it was a long line. I'm like, it's 10:27. I kind of want to bake it or a chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit, but will I be able to order it in the next 3 minutes? I don't know. And then the next car went through. It was like 10:28. I'm like, I still got like 2 minutes. And then they went fast, and I still got the buzzer beater. I got the chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit added to my order of chicken minis and hash browns and 2 ice waters. And we're living a good life now.
They probably hate you.
No, it was fine. If it would have been 10:31, they would have they would have slashed my tires. But because I did beat the buzzer beater, I was okay.
Buzzer beater.
And now I got the food in me, feeling pretty good. Wow. And we're just going on with life,
I saw you and Lauren at church yesterday.
Yesterday was Sunday. Yep. I've been very confused on days.
Well, yeah.
The past 2 weeks.
We're recording in the time of there is no time.
Yeah, I know. I'm still confused with everything. Nothing makes sense anymore, but we are still recording the pod. And that's all that matters.
And we are still on the road to 5-star reviews.
Yes.
100 5-star reviews.
Just in case you forgot from the first time.
Wait, did you already say that?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
Well, do it again.
Yeah. I mean, 100 5-star reviews. Do it. Okay.
Dude, it's kind of like drinking Mountain Dew. You just do it.
Yeah. I think we're just going to get into some of our updates. A lot of stuff has happened since the last episode because we mentioned on the last one, we recorded before Christmas, which means now we're recording after Christmas. So we can actually give Christmas updates, but we can't give New Year's updates. No. So we are just, again, in a timeless society. Nothing makes sense, but we'll tell you what's been happening in our lives, and hopefully it's interesting to you.
We're in a timeless suspense too. Time isn't real.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, since we recorded last, I did go back to Silver Dollar City again. Nice. Got to see those lights one more time. It's always an enjoyable time for sure. I found out one of the best ways, if you're tired whenever you go to SDC, there's not a lot of opportunities to rest unless you go to any of the singing shows. Ooh. Because my mom was really inclined to try out this show that was about an hour long, and the whole thing was just them singing Christmas carols. So I was like, I had about 4 hours of sleep.
I love this.
I will fall asleep during the whole thing and be good. Every once in a while, I kind of wake up, see they're still singing, and then I'll put my beanie over my eyes and fall back asleep. I don't think I was snoring at all, but it was a great way to recover a little bit. I don't really know what happened besides that.
Little recovery nap while all this is going on.
Yeah, so that was pretty enjoyable. Besides that, we mainly just kind of saw the lights, rode Fire in the Hole, their newer ride that's basically a kiddie ride roller coaster.
Fell in love.
That was about it, yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. Well, besides that, we did that a little before Christmas, and then Christmas hit, and that's the big holiday. That's the big one. That's the day that everybody looks forward to every single year, unless if you don't celebrate it. But if you do, then that is the number one day for sure. And it was overall a very good time. The night before Christmas, Christmas Eve, got to go to that candlelight service. I did not go over to Hill City. And you didn't either because you were out of town.
I was working.
I did go to my original church that I grew up in. And it's nice because they always do, again, a candlelight service. And they have like 2 stories kind of like in the atrium. Is that the right word? Atrium area? Auditorium? Yeah. Wherever you do the services.
Oh, that's auditorium.
Yeah. So I was able to kind of be...
fly on the wall.
Fly on the wall, eye in the sky, something, because with us sitting in the second story, whenever they light the candles during Silent Night, I can see everything at once.
Everything.
I'm able to get a very good picture. And if you go and look on my Instagram and look at December 24th, for like the past 6 years, you'll see basically the exact same photo taken every single time. Honestly, I could have just edited the first one and just posted it each year and you wouldn't have known the difference.
Yeah.
But, I still have to get a new picture. And it's always a good time with family. Definitely one of those Christmas traditions that I brought up previously. And overall, it's a very nice time.
Very elegant.
Yeah. Did you do any candlelight services?
Well, you said I didn't go to Hill City. I did go to Hill City because I work there.
I thought you weren't there on Christmas Eve.
No, I was.
When did you go up to wherever?
Christmas Eve.
So you did go to the Christmas Eve service and left right after?
Yep.
I did not realize this.
Yeah, because when you work for the church, you're required to work on Christmas Eve.
Well, at the other church, the main pastor, I think, went back to his home, so he was not there.
Just took off.
We had the B team, and I was like, no, what? Come on, this is the big one. This is the one that everybody comes to when they don't come to church, and you're supposed to be here right now.
It's one of the 2 holidays.
Yeah, it's Easter and Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
those are the 2. Yeah.
The Creaster people.
And the pastor didn't even show up to one of the big 2.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, there's 2 Super Bowl Sundays
and
that
he
are
missed
about
one of them.
4 or 5 months apart.
Yeah, he just didn't show up like the Cowboys all season.
Well, listen, we don't need to get into that again.
Okay.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
However, I did work on Christmas Eve, and it was, as you would say, jam-packed because for the first time in Hill City's history, we went to 2 gatherings on Christmas Eve.
2.
And count them 2. One at 4:30 and one at 6.
How were they pretty equally attended?
Not even close.
6 o'clock busier?
No.
Really?
4:30 had 1,150 people in Hill City at one time.
How many are you legally allowed to hold?
Well, so then,
or how many roughly can you hold, I should say?
Oh, roughly probably 700.
How did this happen?
So they fill up all the chairs in the auditorium, right? And then we have a bunch of like foldable chairs that we bring out, like usually at the 11 a.m. gathering on Sundays when the college kids are here. And then that wasn't enough. We used all the couches out there. Those are full. We went back into the classrooms. We didn't get like the kid chairs, but there's like couches in there.
Were people just standing also?
Yeah, there's so many just standing people. And they were just vibing against the wall and sitting on the ground. And I'm like, this is insane. And the thing that's good is A, the fire marshal goes to Hill City. So that's good. And And B, if you have people in your auditorium, we have a max occupancy of like 700 or 800 in there. But once we open those garage doors that go up, it now includes all of the atrium. And if we open the kids' doors, then technically it includes everything back there.
So all the doors are opened up.
Yeah, they're all open.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any kids like classrooms either. And so technically we could have like up to 2,000 people at that point.
That's wild.
Yeah. And so we had 1,150 people at the 4:30 gathering because everybody was thinking we go to the 4:30 gathering and then we go like out to dinner or go to a dinner. And so it was insane. Like I'm moving chairs left and right. And then my role was to usher people into the chairs. Didn't matter. Nobody got there. And then afterwards, like during the thing, I was supposed to go up front, and we had carpets laid out at the front for the kids to come sit down on.
Yep.
And I went up there with the kids, and there's like kids crawling around. I'm like, hey, sit down. Don't throw stuff on stage.
Yeah.
One kid did. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, this isn't good. And our pastor was telling the Christmas story and talking to people that he knew were just visiting and things like that. And so that was cool. And then we go to the second gathering at 6:30. And how many people do you think attended that one?
400.
Yeah, maybe 300 or 400.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was probably 300. And I was like, oh my goodness. And we were talking about it. And we were like, yeah, 90% of our congregation went to the 4:30 probably.
That's so wild. I can't even imagine also the parking lot is already a mess.
I didn't
Don't
see it,
even know what's happening.
People, I think Joe Hendricks was out there like directing or doing that. And he goes, it was nuts, dude.
I can't even imagine it. Like the most, like I've probably been there during one of the services where maybe they have 800, 900, where they have to open the garage doors still.
Yeah, like the 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Where they have people spilling out into the atrium. And it's just crazy. It's really cool to see how many people want to come on Christmas Eve and go to a gathering. But it's also like, man, like...
Why didn't you show up at 6?
Yeah, like now I don't want to go. We're not going to go to 3 gatherings next year, but it's like, okay, we're going to space it out differently.
Or have it like, hey, can you sign up with what time you want to go?
Maybe.
And like RSVP. Could you RSVP on what time you want to go, and we can let you know what one needs more people? That would be ideal.
Well, we'll do it differently in a make it less convenient to go to one, because the 4:30 is like, well, it gets done at like 5:30, 5:45.
So do like 4 and 5:30.
I think it was like 3:30 and like 6:30.
So that way people still show up early.
Yeah, but then we have time in between. We don't have to like have this log jam of like cars going everywhere. And it's like, I don't know. But also, it's not my call. That's the executive team's call. So I just show up and say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I did that. What else did I do? New Year's plans, New Year's best practices. So my New Year's plans are... Wait, should I say what I got for Christmas?
Well, I was going to say I could jump back into my Christmas stuff and then you go to your Christmas, because we kind of went a little bit of Christmas Eve and I thought it would go well together.
Whatever.
And now we kind of go back to Christmas a little bit.
Go to Christmas then.
Okay. Now we're on Christmas Day. We woke up, Santa showed up, great time. Big burly beard. And it was a good time overall. I said it was a good time twice. It was just a good time, you know?
I shaved my beard.
I know. I pointed that out, and I said you had a haircut, and you're like, no, I didn't.
5 or 6 people asked me if I got a haircut. And I was like,
it
no,
was
I
because
didn't.
you shaved your beard.
Yeah.
You do look better with just rocking the mustache.
Hello.
I know. Yeah, you're doing good. But anyways, Christmas, woke up, Santa showed up, like I already said, and like the main kind of gifts that we opened up, again, we all got gifts for each other. We don't do any of this stuff where like, hey, you get gifts for one person, that's it. We kind of all get gifts for each other, like in our family and everything.
What'd you get, Lauren?
I don't... one of the things was Lego. Got Lego and some records and stuff.
That's not a husband.
Not a husband. Shut up.
Unreal.
You got me a blank. You got me blank what I was trying to say. I got 2 like Taylor Swift like records and got like a Lego flower deal.
And your love.
But that's literally not what I'm talking about right now. I was trying to talk about Christmas Day. You talk. I can't even think right now.
So
I'm
Christmas.
going blank.
So Christmas, we kind of do it where we do Secret Santa for all the adults. So my siblings and I, and then my stepsisters are in it. My dad and stepmom are in it, and my stepsister's husbands are in it. And so we there's like 8 or 9 of us now, and then we all draw names at Thanksgiving, and then we get a like $50 gift or so for that one person we drew. And so I drew my stepsister's husband, Eric, and
nice.
He wanted a LL Bean gift card, which is a clothing brand, I guess. And I don't know. Never heard of it.
They got good stuff. You don't know what LL Bean is?
No.
I think they're kind of like the outdoor wear type stuff.
Yeah, he's a farmer.
Yeah, pretty nice stuff. Pretty good gear. Good choice.
Yeah, support farmers.
Mm-hmm.
So I got him a gift card, but I wrapped it like a million times, so he had to keep opening it. And so he got it, which is what he asked for, because everybody puts in the group message what they wanted. Mm-hmm. And I said I wanted a Dallas Cowboys Navy sweatshirt, right? Just another Dallas Cowboys sweatshirt I could wear.
Yep.
And who should draw my name but my brother Cole? And Cole, Cole's the youngest, he's the brokest, and he's also mischievous, if you will, much like myself. However, I followed the rules of the games. I'm going to get you what you want, but then gonna make it like just ridiculous and how you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
But Cole, he instead of getting me a Dallas Cowboy sweatshirt, he got me all-purpose cleaner,
Oh no.
paprika, and socks.
That's horrible.
I know.
It's like you have like if you're getting a quote unquote $50 gift,
That definitely wasn't $50.
you should be getting someone else a $50 gift if that's part of the rules.
Yeah, that everybody agrees. Like, okay, $50 gift, you buy it for this person.
So you got nothing for Christmas.
Well, so then we have a white elephant game that we play with my extended family, my aunts, uncles, cousins, things like that. And we all draw numbers. And then I brought a gift basket from Home Goods that had like a bunch of assorted chocolates in it and things like that. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then we play the game. I end up with something that had like 5 or 6 or 7 different scented candles. I was like, I like candles. This will be kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, candles are nice. And then my aunt comes over and goes, I'm diabetic and I ended up with your gift. So we're switching.
What? You're
And-
like, I have cancer.
I know.
I literally beat everybody here.
I beat everybody here. But I didn't say like, what? No, I was like, yeah, we can switch if you want. So then I left with my own gift is what I'm saying. And then Cole got me paprika, socks, and all-purpose cleaner.
Are you sure we're not in our Grinds My Gears segment?
Because we're not even to the grinding the gears.
That's what it sounds like, but we still have a while to get there.
Yeah, grinding my gears. You'll see that this Christmas, it wasn't like bad things happened. It was just like several frustrating things happened, and to where I was like, you know what, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's
so
okay.
I'm
now,
not mad.
I got my thoughts back under control. After you added that chaos there for a bit.
What?
Basically, so on Christmas morning, it's just all of my immediate family. So all my brothers and sisters and parents.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. We don't do like the one gift at a time. We just go the complete chaos. Like we're bombarding the shores of Normandy. And we are just opening presents left and right. Complete chaos. The adrenaline rush is unreal. It's like storming the field after a big win. I don't even know, but overall, very good time. Lots of good gifts were given. Some of the highlights for sure was I got some Ben Rector tickets from my sister Rebecca.
Nice.
So we'll be going to that concert, I think, in April,
Big
I believe.
ups, Rebecca.
And then one of the better gifts that I gave was I gave both Daniel and Rebecca Post Malone and Jelly Roll tickets.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
I'm also going. Originally, I bought one for myself and I was like, well, I won't want to go alone. So I bought 2 during the pre-order.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I can be a very generous brother and give one of these to one of them. But then the other might feel left out. So I'm like, let's just get a little crazy and let's get crazy. Post Malone and Jelly Roll tickets for both of them. So we'll be going to see that, I believe, in June. So that will be a good time. Post Malone, Jelly Roll, the 2 best country singers who have face tats.
Dang it.
So
who have face tats, maybe.
Yeah. So looking forward to that for sure. Also, my brother Daniel got me some Liquid Death. You know what it is? Like
alcohol. Yeah.
No. It's like the really weird looking cans of sparkling water.
But it looks like alcohol.
Yeah, it looks like alcohol. Yeah. They have this one flavor. It's like Arnold Palmer's. And originally, the title of this was called Armless Palmer's.
Oh, no.
And there's a lawsuit about it, so they had to change the name. But he's somehow found a box of Armless Palmer's in the back of this Walmart. So I have the Armless Palmer versions of these Arnold Palmer's of Liquid Death.
Which is the spiked version.
It's basically a collector's item at this point. So should I drink them? Should I not? I don't know.
The answer may surprise you.
Yeah, so that was an interesting gift as well. Looking forward to it. And then to getting back to, I already said when I got Lauren earlier, we exchanged gifts like the night before. And one of the highlights that I got actually, I guess, from her parents was like a Captain America Lego. Ooh. Didn't even ask for Lego. I haven't put together a Lego set in forever, but I was like, this is kind of cool. So got that, ended up putting it together like a few days ago. Pretty cool, not going to lie.
It gets the job done.
Yeah, yep. And then, just got lots of other random gifts here and there. Like overall, it's a very good time, very good Christmas. Always enjoy this time of year, except not knowing what day it is. So,
you're always lost.
Yeah. Besides that, a few other quick updates is I've been playing a lot of like online Catan.
As you should.
Specifically, it's called colonist.io.
Dang it.
It's a free Catan online. I've been playing a lot with my friend Andrew, and we played originally one time, I think like in person, and he beat me. And then we've played like 6 games in a row, and every single time I just obliterated him. And after each time, he's like, just one more game.
Take that,
okay,
Andrew.
Losing 13-5. Okay, one more game. Losing 12-3. One more game. 12-3. And we just kept doing this over and over and over. And we've probably played like 10 plus times in the past few days. And the past 2 games, I believe he did win.
Yeah.
Just because I made a few dumb mistakes. It was close games though. But overall, that has been enjoyable as well. Besides that, I've been going kind of hard on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, one of which was I bought 7-disc sets of Garth Brooks.
As you should.
Yeah, that was like the Bass Pro ones. Yeah. Originally, I asked for this for Christmas last year. Yeah. No one got it for me. Was so disappointed. That ruined my Christmas for
every time.
Then this person had them listed for $5 a piece online. I'm like, that's really cheap. And then I bought 5 sets for $20 because I got to make those deals.
True.
Kept one. Already sold the other 4 online.
For $6.
Sold them all for around $30 a piece. So I basically came out with 1 free set for myself in like $40. So
wow,
good times. And then
Samuel stealing from children,
basically, except it wasn't a child. And then finally, speaking of children, I realized that the dollar store has some good deals on energy drinks, and they had some Prime. Those are like $2.20 at Walmart. Got them for $1.25.
Wow!
So I got one of each flavor. I'm drinking one right now. It's in my Chick-fil-A cup.
Samuel's doing crack.
That's what I'm doing. Yep. Oh. So that's all my updates. I know they're all very exciting. Dane, tell me what other updates you have.
So now we get into our New Year's part of the ideas of what we want to do and what we want to plan.
Yes, we said Happy New Year already.
Happy New Year. And what that means is that our conquest as fellow until next weekends is that
I like the weekends.
Mm-hmm. We all have agreed that we're trying to achieve world domination.
We got to do it.
And so we need to have a meeting of the minds before the new year starts, because
this is January 6th, though.
Exactly. That's the new year.
Yes. Yes.
But so then when I started thinking about what you should do on New Year's Eve, 2 years ago, I did a murder mystery where I won Best Actor in a murder mystery. No big deal.
Okay.
And then, last year, what did I do? I do know what I did. I went over to a guy's house, and there's a bunch of couples there, and then there was like 5 single people, and all the couples, midnight happens, they kiss, and then they all leave and went home, and I was like, you guys are lame.
Like, you guys are. Someone kiss me. I need this. I need it.
Fun fact, I've never had a New Year's kiss, and it's not looking good.
What about New Year's Eve kiss?
Oh, never that either.
Dang it. I was hoping.
And so now... Last year, the married people all went home, and the single people all were like, let's keep it going. So the only rules are this has to be the latest night of the year that you stay up. And you have to get a drink that you don't normally drink and drink it on New Year's Eve.
That would be hard for me to do, but yeah.
Yeah. And so the first thing that I do is I go and I buy at least 2 bottles of sparkling grape juice. And then I drink both of those throughout the night. And then I stay up until 3 a.m, and then Jake's Body Shop and I sit on the front porch while he smokes a cigar or a pipe, and I drink the rest of this bottle, and sometimes in a suit. And then we're like, well, it's 3 a.m, we better go to bed.
Well, but I mean, who was up later right there? Like, were you still trying to win there?
Well, I'm always winning. And
yeah. Well, that's because
I want to beat other people.
Yeah. Isn't that why?
I do want to beat other people, because other people think they can best me, but it can't happen.
No.
And you know what? I'm real jazzed about this until next week podcast Fantasy Football League. And I want to beat other people.
Yeah.
I want to beat other people. And Jalen Hurts got hurt, and it cost me a spot in the championship. And I'm very upset.
I think it just means that we should get into our sports talk, because you're starting to rant. Sports is being mentioned, and that means it's time to officially transition to this part of the podcast. And just so you know, we talk about everything except soccer, except Kyle Hebert.
For Cowboy Hebert.
Yep. So Jalen Hurts got hurt. Is that what you're saying there?
So there I was in the semifinals. Which I wish we could have had a more accurate update on the last episode.
Neither of us made the championship.
Yeah.
Both of us blew it. We're playing for 3rd place at this moment because our teams pooped the bed.
Yeah. Josh
Allen, you did me so many favors during the season, but you ruined it the past week for me. Jalen Hurts, I'm sure, gave you a lot of favors all season. No, not all season, because you stole him as part of one of your late season trades.
Whoa.
So
one of them, I only had one season trade.
Your trade backfired Mine, George Kittle did okay for me, but didn't really make too much of a difference in the grand scheme of things for my trade that some people saw as iffy. So, okay. Just saying.
No, literally, like if I had started Bo Nix or Jalen Hurts on my bench, I would have won that week. And if I never made this trade for Jalen Hurts, I would have won, been in the championship, and we would have been dancing in the streets.
Yeah.
However, we did make the trade because collusion is good, cheating is bad.
And it makes for better content.
And it makes for better content because what does every story need? A good villain. And villains are the unsung superheroes of everything. And like Scar on Lion King. But we're not getting into that again because I mentioned that about every 10 episodes, how Scar's the rightful king of Pride Rock.
You really do.
And because it seems to be that like relevant. So yeah, we ended up losing that. And also the only other thing I want to tell the public, the general public, is that Patrick Mahomes is lying to the public. There's no way he has a high ankle sprain and is still like year after year after year, I have a high ankle sprain, and then is pulling away from defenses and is like, yeah, I'm just going to scramble over here. I'm going to scramble over there. And I'm tired of the Chiefs again.
Yeah. They just get so whatever the refs are doing for the Chiefs, they're doing the opposite thing to the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
I saw, so at this point of recording, the Packers have played 16 games on the year. They are 11-5, but their 5 losses were for a combined 22 points, which is 4.4 points per loss.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
So your point differential is probably pretty big.
It's pretty nice, I believe.
In the plus column.
But of course, 2 of those losses were to the Vikings. Both of them, I believe, were only by 2 points, or maybe a combined 5. Maybe one was 3 points, one was 2 points. 2 losses to the Lions, which I think was a combined maybe 14 points.
And those are the best 2 teams in the NFC.
And then the other team was the Eagles on the first game of the season.
The top 3 teams in the NFC are the teams you've lost to.
Yes. And all were one-score games except for our first game against the Lions. So I'm just like, and there are so many calls where I'm like, what are the refs doing? Or they're not I don't know. I don't really want to get into it. But if we were the Chiefs, we would be 16-0 right now. That's all I got to say.
17-0.
16-0.
16-0.
Yep, because at point of recording, we have not played week 17 or week 18 versus the Bears. So most likely we should end the season 12-5, and I believe we should be the number 6 seed in the NFC, which means in theory we will be playing the Rams in the first week of the playoffs. Again, a lot of maybes, a lot of hypotheticals, but that's what it appears will happen.
A lot of hullabaloo.
Yeah. So that was one of the rants I had about the Packers, but overall, looking forward to seeing what happens. Of course, we mentioned that both of us are facing each other in the 3rd place game for the Fantasy Football League. Austin Messer and Ryan Rockwell are in the championship. Dang it, Jack. Why did you have to bring in your good friends and have them in the lead?
Jack.
For the league. Jack, you ruined everything.
You ruined all of it.
You brought in people who were just like professionals, and you had them
and are
run
good
this
at
league.
Their job, and they probably went to college. And
I don't know. I don't get it. Why did you have to do this to us? But there's always next year.
It's people that go to college for me. That's what it is.
They're the worst. I hate them.
They're the worst.
But yeah, that's what's happening in the Fantasy Football League. And then the only other sports update I really had was that if you live long enough, if you are a hero, you will eventually become a villain. So and that's what happened to the golden boy for the St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, Paul Goldschmidt.
Bye.
Lovable man, but he did go to the dark side. Yes, he went to the New York Yankees. I hate it because he's such a likable player, but now I have to boo him. He's dead to me. That's all I got to say.
Dead.
Even though we weren't trying to re-sign him, and it was completely his decision at this point, and it wasn't like a trade, so I shouldn't be mad.
It was definitely the Cardinals' fault.
But I wish he would have gone to a team other than the Yankees. Like, go to the Royals or something.
Somewhere better.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in him, but everyone has to make a mistake some point in their lives, and that was Goldie's. And then we're still waiting on Nolan Arenado to see where he ends up getting traded. The Cardinals, who knows what's going to happen, but I'm excited to see the young guys play next season. So I'm optimistic. And Dane, do you have any other updates about Stratomatic?
Oh yeah, I won 2 games and I kept score for an 18-inning game because they.
Oh wow!
Which when I say keeping score, It's you write down what each player's doing. You tally the hits, the runs, the RBIs, the home runs, all the pitcher stats, all the strikeouts, the walks, the earned runs, the errors. And you write down the score and also player changes. Like if somebody takes somebody out of the game, you got to cross it out, write somebody in, make sure all the rules are being had, make sure the batting orders are right. And I played one game, won close. It was like 5-4. And then I was getting ready to play another game and they were like, hey, can you start keeping score for this one? And we'll have somebody take over for you like in the 4th inning. I was like, sure. And then that never happened. Instead, I kept score for 18 innings instead of doing that. So it was already complicated and became way more complicated as it went on, but then played another game and won 63. So I am tied for first in the Stratomatic League, which is basically fantasy baseball.
I just remembered something about the Christmas updates.
This just in.
I completely forgot to say that we sort of have merch now because Lauren did get me a gift, which was an exclusive Until Next Week podcast. What are you trying to click? Until Next Week podcast t-shirt and yep and sweatshirt, and I posted a picture of it, and I don't know how I think whenever Dane frazzled me, all my thoughts went out the window, and I just remembered that I literally had in all caps, let us know if you want merch.
Because we'll make it. Maybe.
Because Lauren has willingly said she could help create more merch pieces, but we're still trying to figure out the numbers. I did put out an Instagram like poll or story asking, so I have some people written down. We're going to see if anybody else hears this and is potentially interested in maybe Until Next Week podcast t-shirt or maybe a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Don't know exactly how that looks yet, but if you are interested, send the Until Next Week podcast Instagram a message saying, yes, I would be interested. And then sometime in January, most likely, I will probably reach out to those same people, let them know what kind of prices we're thinking for us to create these shirts or sweatshirts, and then we can go from there.
That's all I was going to say is, to be clear, this is going to cost money.
We're
not giving it out for free.
No, because we still have to buy the shirts, and Lauren still has to make the shirts,
and then we
which
have to
also
mail them
takes
to you.
time, and then there's mailing involved.
I've never mailed anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to do anything, Dane.
I would be scared.
I think I would still kind of do all this.
Is Lauren our sweatshop?
I guess so.
Theoretically.
Yeah. But this is all...
Dude,
this most likely will happen. We just need an idea to see how many more people are potentially interested.
We could do giveaways, too.
And then... probably not.
You're right. We'll do it, guys.
Probably not.
The 100th,
unless if we get through those 100 5-star reviews,
the 100th 5-star review,
we can't. I don't think we can see who does that.
That's tough.
But we can maybe hypothetically do something at that point. I don't know how that would work. But overall,
we'll do some contest.
Most likely with shipping and everything else, the shirts would probably be slightly over $20 is my guess.
Whoever tells the most friends.
And then sweatshirts would probably, if you wanted a sweatshirt, it would probably be closer to that 30-ish range.
Or $100.
For it to be shipped to you, is my guess. We still have to figure out what the pricing of all that would be.
$100.
But that's roughly, in theory, what it would be. So hopefully that's okay.
The design is sick. It's cool.
She found the exact same font that I use for the logo of the Until Next Week podcast.
Look
cover.
at that. Look at that.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of unique. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that would happen.
Simple, elegant, minimalistic, elegant.
Yes. So again, let us know if you are interested in merch. And then hopefully sometime in January, I will reach back out to y'all and we can work on getting that made and go from there. Because that would be cool. You want some exclusive merch, I know. Currently, I have the only 2 pieces in existence. Dane doesn't even have any. That's how exclusive this is.
I don't have anything.
Yep. So
I'm just a boy.
All potentials, just stuff that we've been throwing out there. So again, if you're interested and you have not already messaged me on the Until Next Week podcast Instagram, let us know and we can put you down. So...
And all sales are final.
That's probably one of the most unique, coolest pieces of Christmas gifts I have ever received. So thank you, Lauren, for that.
That would be such a cool thing, but it'd be really bad if it just delayed the shipping. Shipping grinds my gears.
I don't even know completely where you're going with that.
I don't believe in the mail.
You don't believe in the mail?
No.
Oh, okay. We are getting. We need to grease those gears because they really grind our gears, as we already. Oh, okay. Loosening up.
I played football yesterday. And my hips are really tight today.
Man, I don't really have a lot of grinds my gears. I really just have one at the moment. And have you ever had a dream? Again, it could be a little different with you because you didn't finish college.
Whoa.
But do you ever have nightmares that you're like late to a test?
No. Definitely don't.
You really don't?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
See, that's what I thought would be the issue here.
I just haven't cared about school enough.
I was going to say, you probably don't care enough where it would be a common dream or nightmare or occurrence. But I know for a lot of people,
people who cared about
that
their
is
academics.
a common thing. Like, hey, I'm late for a test. Oh, I forgot to study for a test. Oh, I forgot there was a test. And I don't really have those dreams that often, but a dream that I have that is very similar for obvious reasons is a dream that I have where I'm going to like a championship swim meet.
Yeah.
And I just completely forgot my fast suit, like my really expensive, like $300 fast skin, whatever, which you don't want to wear just like an old suit or a Speedo at these meets that you rest up for and travel for and everything else because you won't go as quick. But I have had this same dream numerous times. And out of the blue, probably like a week ago, I had the same dream again. And I'm like, I think this literally took me back to like high school. I was like at the state championship meet and I was like, I have to swim really soon, and I completely forgot my fast suit. What am I going to do? And I was like kind of panicking. I was getting stressed. I think I had to have my parents try to drive somewhere and find a suit for me. And I'm like, why am I still having these dreams years after the fact? Like, I have not swam in a competitive meet in 4 years and almost 5 years now, which is wild.
You're old.
I know, it's crazy because it was right before COVID, which was almost 5 years ago.
Ooh,
which
it is now.
Why I know. Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, literally took me back to like high school. I'm like, I can't compete now because I don't have this suit. And it's just wild that we still have those thoughts like in the back of our head, like our subconscious. We aren't thinking about it whatsoever, but then you're just taking a sleep, taking a nap, taking a rest, taking whatever, and then you just stress out in the middle of the night.
I don't remember most of my dreams.
I don't remember a ton, but there are some. Oh, and then I randomly have just like recurring dreams.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, the same thing happens over and over and over.
Yeah.
And
I'll have dreams
it's
where
mainly just us getting 100 5-star reviews.
True.
Yeah.
I have dreams where like I'll get deja vu because it happens in the future. Yeah. Which that's weird. But probably the one I remember the most is me being the Red Power Ranger. And I'm running across the bridge and then that's it.
Did you ever make it across the bridge?
Maybe.
Or are you like always running it across and then you wake up? You're like, can I not make it?
I'm always running across and I wake up and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But I'm always the Red Power Ranger. And then the only other dream that have stuck with me is like I had a demon dream one time and that was crazy.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Do you ever have the dreams where like you are aware that you are dreaming and then you can kind of do whatever?
No, I never can do whatever in my dreams. It's always like
you can't speak ever.
No,
so they're getting chased. Like I can't scream.
I for sure can't speak. And oh man,
yeah.
I swear, and I'll talk about this in the podcast. I haven't talked about it a lot, but I think I get messed with by demons a lot. And not a lot, but like sometimes because like I'll like kind of half wake up in the middle of the night and I'll like one time I woke up and I was like it felt like I was paralyzed. I couldn't move, but I knew I was awake.
I've had that before.
Sleep paralysis. And it felt like there was just a weight on me. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. And some people have told me, they're like, oh, that's sleep paralysis. But it also felt freaky. And so I was like,
it's like I can't move. I can't do anything. And I can have, like my eyes are open.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll just have dreams where I feel like there's like a demon presence. And then I'll just start saying Jesus, and then it goes away. Yeah, and I'm like, because they shudder at Jesus' name.
Yeah, I feel like I had that. I think that's happened one time to me, and it was sometime I think in the last few months. I'm like, this is freaky. Yeah, and you literally just try to like close your eyes and like fall back asleep. Like I don't want to deal with this. And then another thing that I have every once in a while is I fall asleep weird, and I wake up and legitimately. No feeling in my entire like arm. And,
dude,
I'm like picking up behind my head and I like kind of drop and like slaps on my face. And I'm like, why is there no feeling anywhere? Is it still okay?
Yeah.
Is the arm in the room with us? Like, what is happening?
I'll sleep on my chest with my arm underneath me like that, and then I'll wake up and like I can't move it. It's because blood flow got cut off.
You pick it up with your other arm. And it's just like, what happened? Am I okay? Like, what is happening?
It happened a lot in my like teens. So then now I've learned that I just need to roll over, straighten my arm out, and let the blood flow go.
Or you just cut it off.
Well, no, I like my arms.
You like your digits.
Yeah. But you know what grinds my gears? On Christmas, day after Christmas, me and my brother Cole, Lindsay didn't make it to town because she's big pregnant, whatever.
Hey, she's doing well.
Well, she said she didn't want to travel because the doctor was like, you shouldn't travel.
Well, she did say she wanted merch. So
yeah, Lindsay, what the heck? You can't have merch if you don't show up to Christmas. So there's that.
I mean, she can still have merch.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then, what was it? So she doesn't show up. So me and Cole go over to my mom's house. Yeah. And when we go over there, it's first off, she smokes. So everything smells like cigarettes.
Wait, Lindsay's pregnant though.
I know.
She's not supposed to smoke right now.
She's not my mom.
For the baby. Okay. Your mom smokes.
Oh man. My mom is crazy. She smoked when we were babies. Like
that explains so much.
When we were in the womb, she smoked and drank.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That's what my older half brother told me and my dad has told me. And
wow.
And also my mom would show up to my older half brother's parties with cigarettes and alcohol for all the kids. And then
this explains so much.
Yeah, my mom's crazy. And but
is this why you're a Cowboys fan?
Yeah, it's you think that's crazy about me, but then you hear the backstory and you're just like, well, in retro or like in
you ended up okay.
Yeah, in totality, it's not that bad, I guess. But no, my mom would bring cigarettes and alcohol to these parties and they'd stay and party with the high schoolers. And I'm like, Mom, that's weird.
And that's what grinds your gears?
That's a whole different thing.
Oh wow.
But then on top of all the other stuff she's done. However, we went over there and her washer was broken and she goes, can you guys look at my washer? And so Cole, it's like a tight space. So Cole's looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm eating popcorn. And then these two ladies walk in. She goes, oh, these are my neighbors. And I'm like, okay. But then one person was really nice and the other person was really bossy and mean. Like, what the F are you guys doing? And pull it out of there. Now push it back and scoop the water. Give me something to bucket. And she's like, oh, S word. And I'm like
Merry Christmas to you too, ma'am.
Yeah. And she's like, I just can't deal with this today. And I'm like, this is great. Why are you so mad about this? And the other lady's like, so did you guys have a nice Christmas?
Like, I thought I did.
I
don't know anymore.
Oh man. And I thought they were sisters the whole time. They leave and it was like 30 to 45 minutes of just a not pleasant experience. And then they leave and I'm like, oh man, those sisters were crazy, Mom. And she goes, oh, they're not sisters, they're lesbians. And I go, oh,
it makes sense. Okay. Wow.
I was like, I should have known. I don't know. I don't assume lesbians, I guess.
That's probably a good thing on your part. You don't assume all that stuff. Like, probably sisters. I don't know.
I mean, it just would make sense. I don't know. Both make sense, I guess, in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, either or, people would still yell at me.
Yeah, like,
I'm still not feeling great about myself, whether there are sisters or not.
Yeah. So no matter what, I don't care what happened. One lady was being rude and the other one was pretty nice. And also it smelled like cigarettes. My mom had a glass of wine and a beer during all of this.
I mean, at least she's, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. Yeah. Mixed drinks? I don't know.
She has a little, like, not Cocker Spaniel, but a little small dog. And it's just more squirrel-like than dog. And I kept barking at the dog.
This all checks out.
And then I threw my brother Cole's shoes outside. And then we get home and he's like complaining to my dad about how annoying I was being. I was like, Cole, the only thing I did was throw your shoes outside, and that was annoying.
Was this before or after he gave you the gift?
After.
Yeah, he deserved it. He deserved the shoes being thrown out there.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this is crazy because I'm like, Cole, you gave me this gift, and then you wanted to go over to Mom's house. I didn't really want to go over there, but I go over anyways. And also, he promised to buy me ice cream and didn't. That's a whole different detail. And
Cole, what are you doing? I know you're a big fan of the pod, but
yeah,
buy Dane some ice cream.
Yeah. And then we went to, what's it called? Our church. My mom's house. And then it already smells like cigarettes. I don't really want to be there. Then these people yell at us, and then I do this one thing annoying where I did bark at the dog as well. And so I was like,
You barked at the dog?
yeah, because it was barking at me, so I barked back.
Yeah. Do you do a deep bark or are you kind of a yippy?
Depends on the dog. Because
How were you with this dog? Do you want to give us an example?
I was like, that's crazy.
Checks out. There we go.
Because it's a little yappy dog, so I yapped back at it. And so that was a little annoying. I could see that. And then I threw his shoes outside and would put him in the Christmas tree and was just messing with him. And then so then we go home and he's complaining to my dad like, hey, our day was so annoying. And he's like, oh, I was just going to hit him over the head with a frying pan. And in my head, I'm like, Cole, you weren't going to do that.
No.
Like, yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
And I was like, man, I have a lot to say, but none of it's going to be productive. So I was like, I'm just going to go sit in the living room while he gets all stuff off his chest. And then my dad goes, yeah, Dane, you need to, or like Cole leaves. And then he comes over to me and he goes, you need to lay off your brother and your sister. And I'm like, what?
Has he been listening to the pod?
Yeah.
Is that why he knows?
Well, I'm over here like, Lindsay's never said anything like this. And then Cole, like, it wasn't me that he was mad at. He was mad at the whole situation. And he just took it out on me being annoying. And I'm like, okay, let's all calm down. Everybody calm down. And then my dad's like, also, you need to get us the paperwork for the taxes for the Equinox. And I'm like,
bringing it up again. Yeah, let's go.
I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to go. And so then I left and I was like, I'm tired of this. But news on the car front.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have the Buick, which is ugly and awful right now.
Fits you
No,
so well.
No, it doesn't.
So well.
No.
Yes.
No, you're the only one that says that.
I think everybody else thinks it.
No, everybody else has told me that my vibes that I get off are like very small truck vibes, like Ford Ranger or Toyota Tacoma vibes, which that's not that small. But then so Cole comes home this Christmas and goes, hey, my car has lots of stuff wrong with it. Tammy and Dad, would you consider like switching the Equinox to me and then I pay half the payments? And my dad's like, oh, you'll pay half the payments? Yeah, we'll take $200 a month off of the payment. And so...
Wait, so now he's getting your old car?
He got the Equinox now. And then my parents now have his Lincoln LKZ that Tammy, my stepmom, never liked anyways. That's why Cole got it. And then I said, hey, what are you going to do with the LKZ? And they said, probably fix it up and drive it. And we don't know, though. And I was like, well...
If you fix it up, then you'll trade again?
That's what I said. I go, so if you guys fix it up, I'll give you the Buick back if you give me the LKZ. Because I was like, it's still not what I want, but it's definitely better than the Buick.
Is it newer or older?
Newer. It's got seat warmers. It's got butt coolers. It's got actually, it might have Bluetooth or an aux cord. I don't know. But definitely a newer car, and it's way like less grandma-y.
Y'all are changing cars like nobody's business.
We usually don't change as much. Lindsay does, because Lindsay always like breaks her cars. In high school, she went through 3 or 4 different cars. And
I'm over here driving either a 2006 GMC Yukon XL Denali or 03 Yukon XL Denali ever since I could drive.
Yeah.
So since over 12 years, I've only been driving 2 separate cars.
That's because you fix up your car and just get it done, which is what you should do.
Which I'm still in the process of doing right now. Yeah. Like as soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm going to call this guy because he was getting apart trying to get it fixed.
Well, you're doing it smartly. I decided to spend $24,000.
Yeah. And I'm over here with a car where at this point in time, I feel like I put more money into it than it's probably worth, but
Lauren thinks that too.
Still moving. Yeah.
Lauren told me my primary mission with you is to get you to get a new car.
I am looking at another one, but as much as I want to spend
another GMC Denali.
No, as much as it would be a Toyota, but as much as I want to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a vehicle, I'm like,
America's
this
favorite
03
pastime
isn't too bad.
You should get a Toyota.
It would be a 4Runner is what I'm looking at.
Oh gosh, that'd be cool.
They're so nice.
I love
this
4Runners.
one I'm looking at right now is so nice. But I'm like, that's a lot of money,
dude. It's so expensive, but
it is,
4Runners are so
nice.
Cool, and they last forever, and their value stays about the same. Like nothing does except for Toyota Tacomas and 4Runners.
I can show you pictures of it. It's pricey, but also
the dream is to have a Toyota Tacoma or what's the big one?
I don't know.
I can't remember. The bigger...
Yeah, it's Cybertruck. Toyota Cybertruck.
No, it's not Toyota Cybertruck. But to have a Toyota Tacoma and then your wife have a 4Runner, and that's the dream.
Yeah. Well, I might be getting half of that dream. Maybe.
Wow.
I'll see. I don't know.
That's our New Year's resolution.
We'll see. I'm looking at it. It's still nice. It's still listed on Facebook Marketplace. It was in an accident at one point, but it's not. It wasn't a rebuilt title. And I have a guy who's currently fixing another part on this other car who would check it out for me to give me an idea like, hey, is this a smart buy or does this seem a little risky? But we'll see. We'll see. It's still a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
A lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money. But it is a potential. So we will see for sure.
And now we move on into our
main segment.
Bum, 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 bum.
Which is what we did last year. Except last year we did this on episode 53 because it landed on New Year's Day.
Are we going to alternate, say, our top 4 New Year's resolutions?
Let's go. I'll go 1. And then you go 1. And then I go 1. And then you go 1. And we keep going back and forth. And then if any of us match up on any of these, then we go together.
We take it back.
Okay. So here's my number 1. Not my number 1 goal, but my first one I have listed is I'm going to read more books this year because last year I was like, hey,
you did say that last year.
My book reading goal was unrealistic the prior year. I think I had it down as like 10 to 20 books. I'm like, no. I'll make it realistic for 2024. I'll mark it down as 6 books. I checked my Goodreads. I have read 0 books.
That's okay.
But realistically, I have read 1 because that one book was the book by Elizabeth Virgil.
That's true.
Yes. Which I am going blank on the title because I didn't prepare this. But
dude,
the links, if you want to buy that book, is in our episodes back in episode like 55, 56, 57, somewhere in there. But she did write a book. And I did read that book, but I have not marked that down on Goodreads. So I did read 1 book this year. And I read part of a book that I pre-ordered. Yeah. And I have not read any of it again since May. And I was supposed to have it read in May.
I read a book this morning.
And then I read part of the book for K-Life that we were supposed to read like a chapter each week or every 2 weeks. And I've only read like 2 chapters of that. So in theory, I could get a big kickstart on this book reading campaign and finish that book for K-Life, which I should, which will be 1 book. And then I still want to go back and read this other book that I started back in May of 2024.
Maybe if there was like an adult scholastic book fair.
They do have, I know in January and February, the library here in Springfield does like a book reading campaign where if you read like a few books, you get like a free mug.
Really?
That's about my only inspiration.
I don't want a free mug. I want free Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They do, I think, summer reading stuff still. You can get other like coupons maybe if you read.
Here's the thing with...
But my goal, just to say, my goal is to read, again, I would have the same goal, going to do 6 books. That's my goal. Yeah. Hopefully it happens.
Yeah.
That's 1 book every 2 months. That's easy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, side note for Christmas, Lindsay did not receive her award for the Haters of the Year.
But you'll see her once the new child exits.
Yeah, which I was told I can't be there on the same day as the grandparents because
you can't.
They have first dibs, I guess.
Dang it! I thought you were going to videotape it.
Ew, no, that's gross. I'm not going to be anywhere near that.
You're
room.
not going to cut the umbilical cord?
Listen, if I'm being honest, I don't think I want to see Lindsay the day she gives birth. And because she's already irritable, and then her giving birth is really
our
irritable.
luck is we'll be recording. She'll be in labor. You call her like, Lindsay, we're on the pod. Like, I'm giving birth. Like, okay, but here, do you just want to talk for a minute?
She wouldn't answer. That'd be crazy.
That would be wild.
Yeah,
she's on there like, I don't even know.
And then
that's crazy.
What was it? Oh yeah. So she's gonna be doing that. I don't remember what we were talking about.
You are going to say your New Year's resolution at some point.
I'll just get into
your first one, yeah.
Oh, the Scholastic Books Fair, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So, like, if K-Life, they talk about, like, having us developed as, like, dudes and leaders and small group leaders.
Yeah.
But we just go through a book. And I'll be honest, for me, going through a book doesn't do much for me. It just makes me feel like I have homework.
You also didn't read any of the book.
Well, that's the other part of it, is I feel like I just have homework from this, and then we come and talk about the homework, and I've done that forever, and I hated that. Why are we doing more of that?
I mean, I think it's because we could dig into like a book of the Bible, but this is, in theory, a little easier. But again, it really isn't much to read.
I don't want to
even though I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, every 2 weeks, you legitimately read like 30 pages. That's not much.
Well, it's the hard
It
part.
really isn't.
I can't read that fast. I read so slow.
30 pages over 2 weeks?
Yes. I'm telling you,
You
man.
can knock out every 2 weeks. You literally have to read like
2 pages a day.
30 minutes to an hour total.
Yeah, I
and
can't
you'll
do
have
it.
it all knocked out.
I can't stay focused that long.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, if we're going to develop us as leaders, like teach me more stuff about running a small group, had best practices for that. But when we read a book, it's like we read the book, we come back. What do you guys think was cool? This part, and we just go, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And that's it.
we only ever talked about it like 3 times.
Yeah.
So who
Either
knows? Who knows? I still want to finish the book because I believe there were still good points in there.
Oh, sure.
So
John Mark Comer's a smart guy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm
but
going through an art of teaching class by him. So.
nice.
My
the
first
art of teaching with Bethke.
Jefferson Bethke.
Yeah, love those guys.
He might be in there too.
Yeah, they work together with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. No. Something Tyson is also
John Tyson.
John
also.
Tyson.
John Tyson and Bethke do a lot of stuff together too.
Yeah.
Like all 3 of them like to work together.
They're buddies.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your first New Year's resolution?
My first New Year's resolution, you may
Hey, where
have-
did that cancer?
No. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
That's not here. We're not going to go any scans ever again because you can't get cancer if you don't go.
True.
So that's not the New Year's resolution. The number one, and you may have heard this before in our last New Year's episode, but my number one resolution is to be more toxic.
Every time.
Every time.
It works every time. You're
This-
always a little more toxic.
3 years in a row, I'm going to be more toxic. And in 2023, I achieved that by taking in toxins into my body to kill other toxins in my body.
You kind of messed up. You didn't. It was really hard for you to be more toxic. So you decided to go an unconventional route.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't do the same route in 24.
Yeah.
Hopefully you do something different in 25 as well.
Well, 24, I missed it because I went the wrong way. I got a job I enjoy. I became more ambitious. I ran a marathon.
Dang it. You didn't reach your goal.
Yeah, I got better on cancer. I got my port taken out. I made a lot of new friends, started running a ministry.
I think the real question is how will you be able to be more toxic in 25? Like, I think it should be easier than 24 because you were on a low year in 24.
Yeah. The toxicity this year just didn't match up what the aspirations were.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go and steal presents from any local kids.
You did throw the shoes out.
I did, I guess. I didn't kick any puppies though.
Wait, you didn't?
No.
What about the Buddy?
Buddy the elf?
No. Buddy the dog.
Buddy the dog? I don't kick dogs like you do, Samuel.
No.
Also, Lindsay Reed kicks dogs. Let's talk about it. She hates dogs. Notice how she's never owned a dog. She's had 2 cats, never kicked them, but she did put them outside. And then,
How about that?
yeah, you know who else wouldn't hate their pet or their life?
Daniel Reed.
Daniel Reed, if you had a dog, Lindsay. But Lindsay kicks dogs. There,
Okay.
we said it.
So number 1 resolution for yourself is to
Be more toxic.
Okay. Number 2, I'm going to kind of have a few of these together. I think they all work out pretty well. Oh, workout. Did I just say that? Because yes, workout a minimum of 3 times a week is the goal.
Boo.
I've been doing this pretty aggressively like the past 2.5 to 3 weeks because my friend Andrew has been in town. And I believe I have legitimately worked out like 12 weight workouts in the past 14 or 15 days. So I've been hitting the gym harder than I have literally all year.
Don't punch the gym.
Has happened in the past 2 weeks. So that's been good. I have this tracking app on my phone. It's called Habit Now. Very good for tracking all those different good habits. I have that as one of them. Each time if I work out, I mark it yes or no.
A workout.
Some other kind of similar health related goals is floss daily. Haven't really been doing that, but I do have it on the app so I can track it. And then the other healthy type habit that I've been trying to do is take daily vitamins.
Oh, yeah.
Take my greens and my creatine.
I did that this year too. I took a lot of vitamins and vitamin C and fish oil.
So I've been really good at the vitamins, greens, and creatine. I do that about every single day without forgetting it now. So that's good. The working out and the flossing daily is stuff I just need to try to keep up as well. So those are kind of my health type habits that I hope to keep on improving into this next year. So what about you, Dane? What are you looking like?
Wow, we kind of went in the same direction with our second one here.
Wow, it sounds like most people in the world.
Yeah, healthy habits. So my second New Year's resolution, kind of in the same vein as a healthy habit like Samuel just laid out there, is number 2, I would like to destroy Lindsay Reed.
Did anybody expect any different?
You guys thought it was going to be healthy, but no. Here's what we're here to do. We're here to bring Lindsay Reed down. And if we could somehow get like something put on some poster board or like a flyer where we can put like her face on a logo and then tape it to all of the telephone poles in the city of Omaha. It says free chickens if you call this number, and it's Lindsay Reed's number.
Yeah.
I think we should do that. I want to beat other people.
That's
See, if we did that to Lindsay Reed or said like, if you call this number with the best Chewbacca impersonation, you win $1 million. That'd be funny.
Man, I feel like most of these resolutions won't be that realistic.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're all realistic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so my next, again, so I did like my mental kind of resolution.
Me too.
My health resolution. And now this is more my like spiritual resolution.
Ooh.
Again, I have it trying to track it, like read the Bible daily and pray daily.
Yeah.
Both good habits, stuff I should be doing, stuff I don't always do well. Don't always love it, like, hey, trying to use it as a check mark. But if this helps me do it more consistently, in theory, it will help me like as a whole. And eventually I won't feel like a checklist type item. Yeah. So that's something else I need to do for my spiritual health.
Yeah. I've read the Bible every day since December 21st or 22nd of 2022.
Sometimes my only Bible reading is me seeing you repost your verses. And I'm like, he's doing it. I need to do it.
Yeah. If you see me put verses on my Instagram, that's what I'm reading at the time. And I'm like, ooh, this is fire. I almost posted something last night, but then I was like, it's getting really late. Yeah. And here's how I usually do it. I don't go to sleep until I read. I want to beat other people.
Sorry, I'm going to use that way too much this episode.
Take it. So what I do is I go to my room, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I go sit on my bed and I start praying. And I was like, man, God, what do you want from me? Please have protection over like this area of my life or my friends' area of my life, my family. And then I'm just like, and like, Lord, like you're like adoration. I think I specifically, and I think the public too, like forgets adoration of the Lord, like in a lot of ways. It's like, hey, part of our praying is like giving God like praise. It's like, man, he's allowing us to breathe. How about that? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Because he could just take us out right now. And so I do that. And then I've been reading through the Psalms and I'm so close to finishing it. I read Psalm 144 last night of 150 Psalms. And I think today being December 30th, I might try and read the rest of the Psalms before New Year's. And then I think, pretty sure I want to do something in the New Testament. I know that. And I think I'm going to read Matthew because I've never actually read an entire gospel all the way through. So I'm going to do that.
I don't know if I want to do this, but maybe let me know what you do. And maybe I might try to stay on track with you. Who knows?
Are we having an until next week
Bible study between the two hosts? Maybe.
Well, until next week podcast Bible reading plan.
Led by Dane.
Yes. That I address every
potential.
week.
That's a potential. Just an idea right now, but we don't need to get into it completely.
If you guys want that, write in and I can kind of organize something. I'm sure I can figure it out. Yeah. I've never done it before, but I can figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, and then
that leads into my third point.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't say resolution yet.
So again, like spiritual for you, like that's what I'm doing too. So I'm getting into the spiritual side of my next New Year's resolution, and which is to corrupt the children. Both the youth ministry children and Lindsay Reed's baby Adolf.
Oh my word.
We're looking to corrupt the children, and if we could raise Lindsay Reed's child to like they're gonna come to me one day and be like, Uncle Dane, mom's being mean. I'm like, yeah, what's new? And then
wait, was that the child or Daniel talking?
A little both. And then I'm like, listen, you want to know, your mom says don't do this. You want to know what your mom used to do back in the day?
Yeah.
I'm going to be that uncle.
You got to wait until they're at least 4.
I'm going to be that uncle for sure. And then I'll be like, hey, don't even get me started on your dad.
No, they were wild. But I got a podcast.
Yeah.
Which you know.
Yeah, which you know. You've been listening for a while.
Yeah, it's your lullaby.
Your mom lets you listen, which I honestly, I don't think she's going to let her child listen to us.
I mean, they won't understand anything. So they'll listen in the car and they'll go from there.
She'll be like, Dane, you accidentally introduced my child to heroin.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, listen, do you want your Uncle Dane to teach you how to do it, or do you want some kid on the street to teach you how to do it?
You got to learn from the Until Next Week podcast.
Corrupt the children.
My final resolution that I have written down for the moment, besides sleeping more, which I don't need to get into, is for the podcast to get 105 star reviews and then also make video clips happen again. There's a chance
that'd be pretty cool
that we might get some clips from Joshua here in the future. We're in talks. We're in cahoots trying to get a contract done.
Contract negotiations.
For some trading of services or items or materials or merch. So we'll see what that looks like here. But there's a chance we might have some content because I have done nothing to try to figure it out on my own.
I definitely don't know how to do it.
Even though I'm taking off a lot of time from work, I feel like I'm too busy. So we will see. We will see.
I think if you figure out how to do it, it wouldn't be terribly hard.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm about to get into
crazy
busy season for accounting where I actually have to work on Saturdays. And as much as I want to spend multiple extra hours each week trying to figure this out, I think I might just put it off a little bit longer, but we'll see. And then also there's a chance that Joshua Schmitz might be a guest on the podcast here in the next few months. So there's that as well.
It's one of those feelings like...
he'll definitely make clips for that one. Guarantee. He'll be like, oh, give me that content. I will throw myself on all these clips.
Imagine that.
He'll be like, this will be the one I do for free again. I will take all the clips of all three of us and you do whatever you want. That's going to happen. I already know. I'm calling it now. Michael Fuller. So that's all my New Year's resolutions. For the podcast. What about you, Dane? Anything else?
Well, my last one here is something similar to the podcast here, which is don't get fired.
That's a good goal. That really is.
That's the only realistic goal I had right here is don't get fired. And honestly, I don't know. In my something later, I actually get into my real goals probably. But,
okay.
But yeah, don't get fired. And so... watch your mouth, Dane, but also be more toxic. So do it more in a nonverbal way. I don't know how that's going to happen, but maybe sabotage people's lives more. Yeah. So maybe that's it.
And that kind of sounds like a manifesto of sorts.
That sounds like how we get into the next part of this podcast, which is what everybody clamors for every week, which is Better Way of Living, featuring Dane's manifesto.
You better pull over.
So if you're walking, go ahead and pop a squat. It's January 6th. And if you're driving, what is that? Pull over because we need to talk over some things. And so this is part 45 of Dane's manifesto. So on Dane's manifesto this week, welcome back, all of you young prodigies. Whoa, yes, I know. Class has gotten a little crowded here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just my real New Year's resolutions and just... the idea of New Year's resolutions in general. First off, they're dumb. Like, why do we need the signifying of a new year in order to be the part where we just start something new that we know we should have been doing the entire time?
Just do it now.
Yeah, just do it now. You know, the best time to do something was 10 years ago, or it's the tree planting thing. Best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The next best time is right now. So similar with New Year's resolutions, best time to start working out or eating better or taking supplements like you were saying is best time to do that 10 years ago. Second best time right now. So even if you're listening to this and you're like, I missed the New Year's resolution, start it now. Because you're never going to get anywhere if you keep wasting time. And me, more so than anybody else, or not anybody else, but a lot of other people can tell you, you don't know how much time you got. So it's let's look at it. And so a few things of what my real New Year's resolutions are going to be. And also the other thing I would say on when you're picking your New Year's resolutions, pick something unattainable and hard, but not outlandishly unrealistic, go to space unless that's actually realistic for you. And then that's crazy. And then send us a message though. And then, but take something hard and put that as your New Year's resolution and go for it. Mine was a marathon last year and I did it. And I got so much attention and people would be like, wow, that's crazy. And to be honest, the training was hard. The running it itself, not that bad because you have all this adrenaline and people cheering you on and people giving you all these high fives and drinks and food and gels. And so it was much easier to do the thing. It was so hard to train for it. And so likewise, going into this year, now one of my goals is to run a sub 3 hour marathon. Which
you mentioned before.
Yeah, I've mentioned that before.
Makes you elite.
That makes you an elite runner, and it's hard. And I'm like, gosh, that's not unrealistic, but it's Rebecca has told me like how hard it is. And I'm like,
I don't think she's ever done it.
Yeah. Like,
and she runs a lot more than you.
Yeah, she does run a lot more than me. And I'm just like, gosh, like that's going to be hard. And I'm also like, I don't know I got to lift more. So I got to be more regimented and intentional with my times for training for that. Cause I can't just be like, oh, I have time today, I'll go run. I need to be like, hey, I can't do anything today cause I'm running. That's how I'd had to treat it in order to actually accomplish that. And then it's the whole idea of, well, is that what I want? What does recovery look like? Things like that. So working that through in my mind. And then the next, within the same like athletic idea, I want to win our Pickleball's half marathon.
I thought you were going to say win one of the pickleball tournaments that we haven't done in a couple months.
That too. We got to win all of them.
We need to play again sometime soon. I have passes where we can practice indoors, different places if we want.
Bet.
I want to play. I'm wearing a pickleball hat. Did you see it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
That was the wind. Yeah. Dang it. No, I'm thinking about it and I'm just like, man, how do we, not that, but I'm thinking about when is the next tournament? It might be this Thursday.
They just did it this past Thursday.
Last Thursday? Every time, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we probably should play some and not just go into a tournament right away and waste $20.
Yeah. Every Thursday, I'm just like,
we need to get some reps in sometime. We need to do something. We need to play.
I need to
just play in general. Get some confidence.
Yeah.
Play some other teams.
Yeah. Actually, while we've been doing this, somebody invited me to play pickleball and I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But so that, and then win this half marathon because like people at our church put on a half marathon every year. And last year I got 6th, and now this year I want to get 1st.
Hear me out. You should bring it up to them that they should actually make a real pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
And you have to be my partner. You cannot team up with Pretty Ricky.
No, I don't want to beat him.
And we go from there.
I think we could win that.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. Because there'd be a bunch of fun things.
Yeah. That's what we need.
I'll talk to the commissioner and see what she says.
I think they could get a good turnout. They could do like a little fundraiser thing. It would be fun. It'd be good. Let's do it.
It might be a little bit of fun. But yeah, I want to win the half marathon and maybe I want to run a couple 5Ks too. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, professionally, I want to become director of our ministry, which is super unrealistic. But this next year, like by this time next year, I'll know like a big direction of my life.
Yeah, because at that point you'll be like 4 months out from being done with your residency.
Yeah, well, 6 months out. But they say it about right before 6 months out, like right at this time is when conversations would be starting of like, what does life look like after this?
Yeah.
And do I come on staff? Do they make me director? Do they make me just a staff member? Do they send me to a new state to go do this?
Nope.
That's where...
No, you're not going anywhere. You're staying here, Dave.
Well, that's where it gets additionally difficult. Because if I had to bet, so there's a lot of options. You remember on Endgame where Doctor Strange is like, I've seen 11 million different scenarios, only one's a winner.
Yep.
That's how it feels in my head of like, I see so many different scenarios of where this goes.
We have merch.
We do have merch. The most likely that I could see happening is that they find a different guy would become youth pastor, director, whatever. And then they come to me and go, hey, like there's a need. We have a lot of kids. Like we would love to hire you full time. And I would say, well, what does this look like? Do I just work under this guy forever? And like, when would I be a director at any point? And depends on what they say there. Maybe they say no, or we don't know, or we'll see. And then I'll be like, well, I have these other places offering me the directorship in cooler states than this.
Yeah.
Like I've already been somewhat approached by somebody in Colorado, and I'm like, Colorado sounds really fun to live in instead of Missouri. And I don't have to be around these dang Chiefs fans anymore.
But then you have to be around the Broncos fans
who hate the Chiefs, and I love it.
That's valid. That is valid.
Yeah. And I don't hate the Broncos. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So the Broncos I'm good with.
Yeah.
And so then I'd be closer to Lindsay Reed, and I'm in a cool state, and it's like, well, I'm still young and single. So it's like,
are you closer to her in Colorado?
I don't know.
I think you're closer to her here.
I don't know. It's 6 hours from here to the Omaha.
Yeah, because you're going through Kansas and then you're in Colorado.
Yeah.
Right
Maybe
now,
not.
Right now we are bordering Nebraska, and then you will not be bordering Nebraska.
So true. So maybe not. Yeah. That's tough. But I could even see that being a scenario where like the pastors there are Daniel Reed's former boss, and so
okay,
it's like, well, maybe I don't know, we could all team up out there. It's like, I don't know. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing's been said or done anything.
Or in a year and a half, this podcast blows up.
Could blow up.
And then it'll make everything more difficult.
It would make everything more difficult. And so it's like, I don't know what the next year holds for me. I don't know what anybody wants from me. Maybe I do something stupid and get fired. So
please don't.
Yeah,
Please don't get fired.
I get nervous about what we say on the podcast a lot in reference to that.
And that's why I talk to you. And I'm like, hey, we probably shouldn't say this.
But then I'm like,
or we should bleep out this or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. But then I'm like, but if we want people to think it's funny, we got to say this.
Yeah.
That's the conundrum. And so that, and then the last one, get married or at least be dating somebody. Let's start with that.
I mean, yeah. Usually one comes before the other.
Yeah, it depends on who you are. And so get married, win everything, get promoted. Those are the goals.
And that has been
Dane's manifesto of 2024. Wow.
2025.
Well, that was, I guess this comes out in 2025.
Yeah.
This was a wrap up of 24 and what we're looking for into 25.
Yep. Next up, we have a segment that we do every week because what else would we do at this point? And it is something that we like to call... Call me Big Man if you want to reach me. When you want to reach me,
Call me Big Man if you want to reach me.
Yes, it's our voice memo segment, and our main voice memo this week is again from Jack Holmgren and Jokes with Jack, and we are going to listen right now to see what he has to say to the podcast. So here we go.
A man assaulted me with some milk the other day. How dare he?
No.
It was okay.
No, it wasn't.
It was okay.
No,
it's okay.
I thought he was gonna make a salt joke there.
I
was
like, this could still go anywhere.
Yeah,
this could go anywhere.
I was like, this is definitely about
How
salt.
dare he? Okay, hey Jack, it's okay.
No,
we
you're being arrested.
No,
again.
he can't
Arrest him.
You can't arrest him because he's a Florida man, just like episode 105 of the pod, which is called Florida Man.
Authorities arrest him.
Oh my word! You know what I just realized?
What?
This is episode 106. And it
On
releases
January
on January 6th. Oh, it's happening again.
It's happening.
It's episode 420 or episode 69 on 420 again. Wow. I'm sorry, I just realized that.
Are we prophets?
Maybe. I don't know.
If somehow you could cut that and put it at the beginning, you should do that.
That'd be too much.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
If you made it this far, you get the little
Dang it.
thing. Dang it. Besides that, because that was our only voice memo of the week,
I'm upset.
we also have some responses from past Spotify episodes, specifically 104, because at time of recording, there isn't much for 105 yet. So we'll just read off what 104 had. Here we go. A lot of responses. Jack Holmgren put, saying we are two types of old people, either having cancer or being an accountant, is the most unhinged and hilarious thing Dane has said ever on the podcast. I love it. Recently, Dane has been bringing most of the laughs. Step it up, Samuel.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I said that. But I listened to our 104 episode on a run the other day.
Oh, let's go.
And I was like, this is so funny.
See, you never. I'm glad you re-listened because you hear more of the jokes, you hear more of the cuts. Like it makes it better.
I listened to some of the cuts and I was like, wow, that is so clean. Because I remember it going way different. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, because there was like a big pause or something.
Yeah.
And then you cut it to make it sound really good. And I was like, wow,
This is what I've been doing this whole time. You don't even know.
I was like, Samuel's so talented and nobody's been saying it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to cut as much, but every once in a while I do more. I did have to cut out a decent part of 105 that you probably won't notice unless you listen very carefully. So
I don't even remember what we talked about.
It was near the beginning.
Yeah. I said something crazy.
Yeah, you did. But I took it out, so it's okay. Emily Abbott put, Red One and Violent Night aren't traditional Christmas movies, but they're good. That's all it is.
I didn't watch the Red One. I
haven't either yet.
I half watched it, but people have told me it was really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's solid. I feel like we would enjoy it. So
maybe.
Reiner put, fun fact, BMI is a terrible standard because it doesn't distinguish healthy weight from unhealthy weight. Body fat percentage and lean body mass, which is everything except for fat, are the best numbers to measure and see if you fall within recommended ranges for age/gender. Source, my degree in exercise science.
I was going to say that. Are you a scientist or what is this?
Yes. And that's what I do when I go to supplement superstores, a local supplement shop. They have like a body scanner. So that's how I kind of know my numbers.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I know so many people with exercise movement science majors, and I'm just like,
wow,
how did I make so many friends like this? Like Bob and Bella or that. I have a bunch of other friends. And then they're always just like, dang, don't drink Mountain Dew. And I'm like, you're not a real scientist.
Nice.
That is all.
Joshua Schmitz put, cannot wait for next week's new soundboard drops. And I let you know that 105 did not have it, but 106 does have one of the new drops. There might be more in the future. Who knows?
Like when I said I annihilated my pants.
Yeah, I have that note down on my phone still.
That one was funny because I heard that on the last episode. I was like, I did say that. That's crazy.
Angela Birdwell put, my husband is 6'5" and weighs 283. With his duty belt, he is 315. He has had to sit on people before to keep them from fighting. His BMI must be off the charts. Dane, you have to come to an Aggie game. Almost 110,000 people. It is electric.
Gosh. I would. Kyle Field would be awesome.
Yeah. I've seen it before because it's right next to the swimming pool, which I have competed at. And then I responded to her comment. I put, according to BMI charts, he's obese. I've met him before, and that's definitely not the case. I swam at A&M back in like 2015.
Man.
And then
we used to be something, man.
Yeah. And then this last one is wild. Keenan A. Smith.
Dang it, Keenan.
He put, because we were talking about some names, I'll just say what he said. He said Magic Johnson and Woody Johnson are wild names. Also, honorable mentions that are just as bad. Dick Trickle, Dick Wolf, Slick Rick, Dick Van Dyke, and Dick Butkus. So those are all real people and all unfortunate names. So Keenan, thank you for pointing out some of those to us.
Keenan and I used to do unhinged things while at work together, and it was just insane. Like, I don't know how we kept jobs other than like they underpaid us, underappreciated us, and overall overload us with work. But we're allowed to say like some
wild
risky
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we had going for us.
I'm just happy that he's a fan of the pod.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Oh, here's the thing. Whenever I was working there, I always pushed the boundaries. It was like, we got to have a fun workplace and then pranks. And then whenever I left for cancer, they all talked about how depressing it was that whenever I wasn't there. And then I quit.
And now they all listen to the podcast to have joy again because you aren't there.
He does. And I think a couple of the other people that were on my team,
they're like, we need him, and this is all we got.
Well, they did listen a little bit, especially this guy named Alex. Alex was ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. Like almost 100% of his views I don't share, except for being somewhat conservative.
Yeah,
but
just said wild stuff.
Yeah, he's just crazy. Kid, you know what I'm talking about. He's crazy. Yeah. Tell Alex I said that too.
And then we had the poll, which had who had the best Christmas family discussions draft.
Ooh.
And with 70% of the vote, the public voted Dane.
Let's go!
I was surprised. You have not beat me that badly in a vote in quite a while, especially because I think the week before with Michael Fuller, you received 0 votes.
Here it is. I said legalization of weed, politics, baby Adolf.
No, I said politics.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, then I didn't say it. I had it on my list.
You had it down, but no, you had a
old vendenas.
Weed was one of your big ones, but you had the better draft. Probably because I mentioned politics, and immediately everybody's like, no, you can't say that.
Yeah,
because it was a joke, people. That's what we do on here. We make jokes at times.
Not me.
We'll get into episode 105 responses and everything during episode 107.
But you have to wait until next week.
Yeah. Until like 2 weeks from now,
probably 2
give
weeks.
or take.
Yeah.
Because we do have some responses because we have recorded after 106 was dropped, or after 105 was dropped, just there's not a lot. So we'll just save it. And that's it for all our Spotify responses. Sponsors of the week, Jesus Christ of Nazareth is number 1. And now it's time for part 2 in the 4-week series of part 4 of 4 of 2 in the 4-week series. And this is confusing, but Dane's going to explain it right now.
Got the 4 for 4 from Wendy's. But so we're in a 4-part series of Fighting for Joy, which was a kind of a class that I went to and then learned a lot of things, got a lot of notes from it. And then so in part 2, there's 4 primary emotions that we need to shut off, primary negative emotions that we need to shut off that drain our emotional energy when it comes to fighting for joy. The first 3 were guilt, anger, and fear. So shutting off those ones, or at least working through them, is what we mean by shutting them off. And so the last one is probably the hardest one that I was thinking about as I was trying to write just some ideas, or like how to go about this in a brief way. And so number 4, when it comes to shutting off negative emotions for fighting for joy, is grief. And so grief it's just complicated because it's not something that you're necessarily choosing. It's something that has happened to you that has caused grief. And so it's like, what do we do with that? And so if you guys will give me some grace as I kind of speak through it, I've had some grief, obviously. I've had several family members who have died, and also I've gone through my own stuff. But before I even do that, I think we should see what God's word has to say about that. So there's 3 different verses that go with grief. First one is Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 10, and it says, "Do not be grieved, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." I think that's probably the primary verse for this here. But 2 more, Ecclesiastes 11, verse 10. "Some remove grief and anger from your heart and put away pain." Oh, wait, no, it says, "So remove grief and anger from your heart and put away pain from your body, because childhood and the prime of life are fleeting." Oh, gosh, Ecclesiastes is my favorite book. That's
so good.
Like that whole verse right there is so rich, and that's crazy. But the last one is Isaiah 61, verse 1. It says, "He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted." And so as I start to think about, actually, it's funny, I didn't even read those verses, and I wrote down reference Ecclesiastes. And so that's funny. Ecclesiastes is my favorite book in the Bible because it talks about how things are meaningless. Like we care about so many meaningless things when worshiping the Lord is the point of everything. And so there in Ecclesiastes, it talks about how there's a time for everything. There's a time for suffering. There's a time for grief. And so whenever it comes to grief, I'm not saying that you shouldn't grieve something. You shouldn't grieve the loss of a loved one, maybe a divorce like in your family or that you've had, or maybe it's something that you've gone through. I know I grieved cancer, and like there was some bitterness in me that I held against God. And I finally came to the realization like, hey, God knows everything about me. He knows all my thoughts. He knows all my ways. And so why am I trying to hide bitterness from him when he knows? And so I took that to God. I was like, God, I'll be honest, like I'm mad. Like, how is this becoming of one of your sons to give him cancer in his 20s? And it's tough and hard. And this is my first disease, and I've only had a hard life, Lord. Like, this doesn't make sense. And then now, like, I've seen just so much growth in my life because of that. And I've seen, like, life start to go in probably the direction that I think God wants me to go. And it flipped the switch in my life. And you can only get that kind of perspective by allowing time to pass afterwards and working through that grief of something like that. And I also wrote here that grief is the knowledge or understanding that, quote, things are not as they should be, and we are living in the already but not yet. And so when you start thinking about this world and how, like, just sometimes backbreaking it can be, and you just think, you know, like, this is a Genesis 3 world. This is Adam and Eve ate from the garden or ate the fruit in the garden. And now we're living with the results of that. And we're born into sin. And it's like, yeah, it sucks, but it's also supposed to suck because this is supposed to be as bad as it gets. And if you put your trust in Jesus, it is as bad as it gets. And so we're looking at that in our life and we're like, hey, like, maybe, like, it's okay. Like, there's a lot of things in this life that really suck. And it's like, maybe that makes the small enjoyable things. I got a Mountain Dew right here for me. That's a small enjoyable thing for me. And so it's like, you know, like, I could have had a lot worse days today and a lot worse years. 2024 actually was a pretty decent year because it was a pretty low 2023. And so 2024 could only go up, really. And so a lot of cool things ended up happening. And so, but it's the idea of things are not as they should be. Like, we're still awaiting a coming savior. We're still awaiting maybe even death on our part to then go be with the savior. And so it's like, yeah, we feel that tension in us. And so we're working through that. And I also wrote here, it's hard when a loved one dies or if something tragic happens to us or a big life update happens, but does it rob us of joy? So we can sit in the grief and say to ourselves like, man, this sucks, and continually sit and like, man, this really sucks, and like I can't get over it. But that's obviously going to rob us of our joy at the longer we sit in it. And so my encouragement is to talk to people about it. Talk to people about how it has sucked, but also realize, hey, life is happening. And we read that in Ecclesiastes here, where it says, so remove grief and anger from your heart and put away pain from your body, because childhood and the prime of life is fleeting. And so, yeah, like you could be going through a rough season, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go do fun things. And that's different for everybody. Like maybe you enjoy going on hikes. Maybe you enjoy going to dinner with friends. Maybe you enjoy playing pickleball. Like go do those things. Like even if you're sad, like, because if we sit and we just don't move or don't do anything, well then, yeah, of course we're going to continually be feeling those emotions. And if you still find yourself in that, like it's okay to seek counseling and to seek going to therapy. And so I think that'd be a cool thing. But also, like, before you even do any of this, I think you should take it to God. Take it to God and say, God, what would you want from me from this? What do you want me to learn within this? And the last thing I wrote is grief is understanding that while we are on this side of heaven, things will be bad and you will suffer. But there is knowledge and a relief, a delight and a joy in knowing that he will return and make all things new. So, yes, there's the healthy tension of this is not our home, but there's the eternal glory of Jesus that is right on the other side of this. So we're waiting for that kind of next section, a next chapter of our life, because this life is fleeting. We live 75 years or whatever, and then we get to spend forever and ever and ever in the presence of the Lord.
Let's go.
So we're waiting for that. We're waiting for the joy, and that is the last part of part 2 of Fighting for Joy. So
let's go.
Big ups, Jesus.
Number 2, sponsor of the week, Jake Trustin-Ark, Jake's Body Shop, and Reverend Banks. They're all doing a good job. That's all.
The Reverend, he didn't eat my chili because he has acid reflux.
Never mind. He's not one of the sponsors of the week now. Only Jake Trustin-Ark and Jake's Body Shop. Reverend Banks, you better be better next week.
Jake Trustin-Ark wants to play video games. I might play video games with him tomorrow.
And that's why he's still on there.
Yeah. And then him and his wife saw him at church, and he's not having a good Stratomatic season. He's like 3-9.
Oh, so he's not doing well in general.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. And then Jake's Body Shop, he and I are still trying to plan out this New Year's thing and see how crunk we can get. JK, I don't drink. So
if you go back to the K-Life video they posted of the silent disco, they had multiple clips of him dancing, or at least one. I'm like, that's wild. Like he was going.
Get crunk.
Yep. So that's all for number 2, sponsors of the week. And then number 3 is sponsor of the week, Rudolph.
Man, see, people were saying for thousands and thousands of years that he was just a system reindeer.
I know.
And he's the one who went hard in the paint, stepped up in the biggest moment, like it's Christmas Day.
He lit it up.
Yeah, he lit it up out there, and it wasn't just some ordinary night. It was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Like he's out here, and people would have folded under that kind of pressure.
He did a good job.
And
Great job.
People still call him a system reindeer this day.
So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah, sure. Does Blitzen and Comet and Dancer have more talent? Sure. But who came through when it mattered most?
He was clutch. He has a clutch gene.
He does have the clutch
That is
gene.
big. So thank you, Rudolph, for being our number 3 sponsor of the week. And now it's time for some final thoughts, etc. Again, reach out if you want to make clips for us. It's not easy for us to do, but it might be easy for you to do. So let us know, and we might be able to exchange services, which might just mean us getting you merch.
I'll send you some of my shoes, maybe.
A lot of options. Also, if you need 2 paddles from Friday Pickleball, use the code Samuel14434, and you can get $5 off. You're the already low prices for paddles. So I think basically it's less than $100 for 2 paddles. With shipping, it might be like $102. I don't know. Somewhere around there. But use that code Samuel14434 from Friday Pickleball. And then also, as we've already mentioned, Dane is still doing his ministry. And with that, he needs to be support raising.
Yeah.
And if you want to help, especially on the back half of the support raising, please follow the link in the bio and send him some money and send him a message as well, so that way they can track it properly, and that would just be awesome.
I'm 1/4 of the way done through my residency.
He's doing a great job. He really is.
I haven't gotten fired yet.
So true. And then also, just please keep telling your friends if you enjoy the podcast. Make them listen. Find a way. We've been stuck at 56 5-star reviews on Spotify for a bit now. And even though we're trying to reach 100, it's not easy. We want to go up, and we need your help. So please do that. And then also, I already said it. Leave the 5 stars. Leave voice memos on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. You can still follow us on TikTok, even though we've been a little dormant, and TikTok might be eliminated soon.
Better not.
And really, that's about it. So thank you again for listening to episode 106 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Happy New Year.